Welcome to MORDON. MORDON is a test automation tool which is used for SAP ECC. Here we will be recording and we'll be executing the particular test cases and some modifications to it. Let us ask first and most important are your file actions. Here you can create your particular test cases by clicking the new button. You can open your test scenarios from the open button. Your import is to import a particular test case into your existing test case. And similarly, you have your save option where you can just save the test cases and your close to close your particular test case. And yes, coming to the variables and settings. So variables are nothing but they are used to store or capture your particular data and store them as variables. So for example, if we have a sales order creation wherein the particular order has been saved. So if you want to store that order number and use it in different transactions, yes, you can use these variables and pass them from one test case to the another also. And yes, these are your setting options, few settings that we need to do before we start off using MORDON. Coming to the record and run, the first very important feature is your snapper. For example, during your recording, you have recorded your test case and you've missed few objects. So using the snapper, you can go snap on those particular objects, get that object along with its property, and you can store it in your test case. As simple as that. Coming to the record button, so now we are recording a scenario, and just how you do manually, you will do the same thing over here, and that particular record option will help us to gather the information of that entire test scenario and save it as an automation script. This is a simple record and play option. Coming to scheduling, we have integrated the schedule manager inside the tool itself. You can schedule your test cases depending upon your business requirement. You do not need a separate license for it. It's totally integrated with the MORDON tool itself. And coming to the run option, yes, once we are done in creating our particular test scenarios, now we will come to this record run option and execute the scenarios. Once we record and execute all the scenarios, we can see the results over here. Okay, coming to the left hand side are nothing but your methods. So if you've seen in other tools, like SAP UFT wherein you need some kind of scripting knowledge, or a Selenium wherein you need some Java coding. But here it's scriptless tool. So we do not need to do any kind of coding or scripting here. You can use all these methods that are present here on the left side of your tool and you can call them in your script. As simple as that. So what we will do is we have our SAP open, we'll click on new and we'll click on the record button. Here you can see we have two options, one is record and one is stop. When I click on my record option, okay, I can start recording my particular BA01 transaction. I can provide the details that I want and I will click on enter. I will give my tool to party and ship party over here and provide some PO number here. Now I will give my material and the quantity for it and click on enter. Okay. Click on continue. Provide the storage location here and let's click on the save button. Now you can see the particular order has been saved. Okay, I don't need to do anything else. I will just go back and click on enter. Okay, I'm done with the scenario. I don't need to record anything. I will just come here and I will show. Now you can see all the steps that we have recorded so far have directly come inside the tool and they've come as your automation script. So if you want to see, okay, what is this particular thing, you will double click on that particular step and the details of that particular step will be shown over here. So yes, you can see what is needed, it's a step text action and what is the parameter value for it. So we use one. Similarly, you can check the other scenarios also. I have a script ready, but we do not want SAP to be open. So what we will do is, we'll just go into this particular action and call SAP login. Here we will be providing a particular details for the SAP. Here we start off by providing server IP, particular language, client, provide the username and the password here. And we click on OK. You can see that particular step has been added over here, but I want this particular SAP login to be my first step. So I will just go click on it, drag it and drop it on top. So very simple, you can just directly click on a step, you can drag it wherever you want. Okay, so now I have my particular test case ready. I will just save this and I will have to execute it now. So I will go into my run button, click on it. You can see now the test is executing. It will invoke SAP first and provide the username and password over here and start off with creation of the sales order. Get the entire details of the order type, sales org, distribution channel and division. Provide the sold to party and the shipped to party along with the PO number, the material and the quantity. Click on OK, click on continue. Provide the storage location over here and save the order. You can see over here the order has been saved and it goes back. You can see now the entire script has been completed successfully, and it goes back to MORDON. It will go into the results. So you can see this has been created right now. I will click on it. So this is the HTML report. So it says that okay, there are 23 steps, all of them have been passed, and then it provides screenshots for every step. So whatever steps are there, for all those steps, a particular screenshot will be present. You can see all the steps. For example, I want to know okay, what are the steps. I can just click and I keep going down. It shows me the entire data. Okay, this was a particular data that was passed into the material. Yes, all the steps along with the screenshots are shown. End-to-end scenario for a sales order. So what we will do is we will go click on the new, and then we go into SAP, the action SAP, and we go into create SAP test, and we have a command that says SAP login. So whenever we are running an end-to-end scenario, obviously in SAP we have to invoke SAP first. Yes, we will click on SAP login first, and we will provide the particular details for SAP login. So starting off, by providing the particular server IP, then the language, then the client, provide the password to it. You can see it is masked over here, and then we give the particular username, and we click on OK. So here you can see your first step is your SAP login. You're going to log in into the session, and then you're going to continue with your execution. So now we have to add our end-to-end scenario. We go into the create SAP business process, and we have an action called as add test case. So we double click on this particular action. Your new pop-up opens. So here it says select a file. So what file? So these are the end-to-end scenario that we are going to create for the sales order, where we are going to first create a sales order. So we click on select a file. We have a particular test case that says create sales order. We click on it, we click on open, and we say OK. So here you can see now your second test case, your second step is nothing but your particular sales order. Similarly, we will add our other test cases. So we will go and select a file, we say change something in the sales order, and click on OK. Click on open and then click OK. So you can see the third step is nothing but your change sales order. Similarly, we will add the display sales order scenario. We go select a file, and then click on display sales order and click on open. Okay, so now you can see our entire, we have 4 steps where we're going to run an end-to-end scenario. First creating a sales order, then we change something in the sales order and display a sales order. So what we do first is we click on save. It has saved this particular scenario and sales order underscore SAP. We click on save. You can see on top the name of the test case has been saved. Now we go and click on run. You can see the test is starting to execute. So our first step is to invoke SAP. So it provides the username and password over here. And now it starts with our second step, which was VA01. Here it's executing your VA01 scenario. Provides the sold to party, ship to party, your PO number, your material, your quantity. Continue with the execution and provide standard location over here and click on save. Once it clicks on continue, you can see the standard order has been saved. And it goes back and starts with our third step, which was changing something in the sales order. So it starts the VA02 transaction. It provides that order number which was saved in VA01 and comes and inputs in this. So here it changes something in the PO number. And now it goes back, and now it's going to start a fourth step, which was displaying something in the sales order. So yes, it goes into VA03, provides the order number over here, and displays the entire information what is required. And now it goes back, and it completes the entire execution. This is how the entire end-to-end flow can be easily created and can be easily executed using MORDON.